What's up, guys? Calla season is coming to an end. You can see the energy of my garden is starting to transition into autumn, and so that means it's time to think about overwintering some of our tender perennials, such as our calla lilies. Now, if you didn't see the video about how to grow callas from bulbs, go check that out if that's what you're looking for. But if you're here for the overwintering part of the growing process, well, that's what we're about to do. Okay, so you can see this calla lily over here has definitely enjoyed its time. It's come to an end. Yeah, I could let it stay a couple more weeks, but I think it looks so ratty that I would like to get it off of my patio, all right? So that's kind of one dictating factor as to when you want to start overwintering your callas. But the primary concern for overwintering our callas is, so when the nights start to really dip into the 40s, that's your cue, that's your signal, all right, time to overwinter our calla lilies. So, all right, first thing we're going to do is just start by removing a lot of this top foliage. Okay. Now, if you have lots of space in a garage or a warm-ish shed, you can just stick this into your shed, into your garage, just like this. As long as the temperatures in that location stay above 40, then in a container is a-okay. But for me, I have limited space. I would like to put these into their bulb form so that I can overwinter them in just like a small little section stacked up in my garage, okay? So the next thing we're gonna do, we're going to gently take them out of the pot as best you can. Sometimes you have to massage the pot. If you're growing in like a ceramic terracotta container, using like a knife to go around the edge of the container can help you to loosen the soil so you can get the bulbs out. All right, let's see. Okay, perfect. Okay, so now we're just gonna start to gently remove as much soil as we can. If you break some of those stems, that's okay. We also don't care about the roots underneath, so if you break some of those, that also does not matter. All right, so just be prepared because there's a chance that your big mama bulb has created some little bulbettes, some little baby bulbs, and those are going to be great, viable for planting next season. So, as you start to locate all of the bulbs, just put it in a nice place over here. Now we want to do our best to not damage the exterior of our bulbs because the number one, like the main causes of failure when it comes to overwintering has to do with rotting and molding. So if the exterior of your bulb is bruised or nicked and open, that can really invite a lot of excess moisture that may never dry. It may not have a chance to dry over, and that's going to cause rot, that's going to cause mold, and then your bulbs will not overwinter with success. And when you get to something that looks like this, nice and large with these stems, just go ahead and cut these off till about, I would say, in 3/4, half an inch, something like that. Okay, we don't need that excess stem. I like to just use my fingers, just kind of. And you don't want to do this with water because that can be a little bit too abrasive and cause problems like I was just talking about. That looks pretty darn good. And absolutely, I like doing this in like a wheelbarrow situation because there will be these little bulbettes that fall, so just really keep an eye out, try to find them as they're falling. Okay, and then the next thing that we're going to do, we're going to trim away a lot of this excess root material. It's really not essential for the overwintering process. All of the nutrients, everything that the bulb needs is stored right in that bulb. So we're just gonna trim them back. And this is just gonna help it be a lot more efficient, space saving while we are overwintering them. All right, that looks pretty good, doesn't it? Okay, and so the next step that we're gonna do, we're gonna take our bulbs and we're gonna let them cure in an area that is free of rain. There's not gonna be any rainfall. The temperatures are gonna be, I would say, in the 60s to 70s at least. It's not gonna get any direct sunlight, and that's pretty much all you need to consider when you're thinking about where you want to cure them. If you saw my video about desert rose, how to increase the thickness of the trunk of your desert rose, I did that same curing process for that plant in this same location. This is a protected area, doesn't get any rain, no direct sun, and we're still having temperatures in the 60s to 70s in the day and nighttime. So we're gonna let these cure for the next, I would say 3 to 5 days. And what this is gonna do, it's gonna thicken up the skin of your calla bulbs, because that is going to help keep it from getting rotten or molding, which, like I was mentioning earlier, are the two main causes of a failed overwintered calla bulb. Okay, so now we have our bulbs in place. I'm gonna wait for a few days, and then once they're time to pack them up, I'll be back. All right, I'll catch you soon. All right, so our calla lilies have been curing for the last 4 days. Let's take a look, see if we can notice any changes. Here you can see it's nice and dried out. Still a little bit of excess dirt, but it's looking good. No more moisture resides. Now we're going to really quickly just do a little bit of just excess dirt management, essentially. Just really nice dry paper towel, just really gently. Like I was mentioning before, you don't want to make any sort of injuries into that skin of our callas. All right, so then once you have all of your bulbs nice and cleaned, you want to get some nice peat moss. You can find this in my Amazon shop. Just go to the description below, click on the link to my Amazon shop, and you can find some peat moss. Just order it, have it delivered to your house. Pretty easy, just like that. Now, I have a box. You can also do this in a paper bag. All right, so let's start by putting a layer of our peat moss in the base. And now you just want to make sure that the edges of your box are nice and sealed with some tape. Just about 1/2 inch. Take our bulbs, gently place them in. Now you can see how they're all separated. None of them are touching one another, and that's great just because if there is any residual moisture, that's gonna keep them from infecting the others with moisture, creating rot or mold. And then some more peat moss. Just like that. Now from here, you know, if you have a bag, just kind of roll the top down so that it's nice and like sealed. Now I'm gonna take mine and I'll just gently tape it back up. There's gonna be a little bit of airflow that's allowed to occur. I'm not gonna have the tape just like super sealed. There will still be a little bit of oxygen that's able to enter. And then about once every 6 to 8 weeks, what you're gonna wanna do, you're gonna wanna go open up your box, open up your bag, take the bulbs out, take a look at them. Does it feel firm? Does it feel mushy? Does it feel shriveled? Does it feel dry? If it feels shriveled, if it feels dry, that's your cue. Take a little spritzer, give a little spritz of just pure water onto your bulb, and then place it back in there. If it feels a little bit mushy, if you notice any mold, any rot, immediately throw it away. So that's kind of what you need to do every 6-8 weeks from the time that you place this in to your garage or basement, wherever. An area that's around 60 degrees is perfect and dark. I'm going to put it in my basement where it's about 60 degrees in the winter time. Keep it sealed, just put it in a little cupboard, closet, whatever, and we're going to keep it there until next spring. So with that in mind, now you can safely and efficiently and effortlessly, more or less, overwinter callas so that you can plant them next year and have the same beautiful arrow-shaped foliage and lovely flute-like trumpet-shaped flowers. Did I get that right? Yeah, anyways, okay. I hope you guys enjoyed this video with me, Devin, on plant vibrations. If you have any other experience overwintering calla lily bulbs that you'd like to share with the rest of the community, make sure to leave a comment below. Don't forget to subscribe to my channel if you've been enjoying all the plant content. Give this video a little like if you thought it was helpful as well. Anyways, you guys know I upload videos that are a little bit longer like this on Sunday mornings and maybe 1 or 2 short videos throughout the week. All right, guys, I'll catch you soon. Ciao.